These are the setup and packing instructions for the Halo bridge unit.
So after removing the packing material and the MNC 360, you can see we have an antenna base for magnet mount. We have the antenna itself. We have a power cable for the radio stack, and we have the radio stack, which we'll pull out. And we've actually applied a piece of Velcro to the front or to the top of the radio stack so that the MNC 360, which we've already assembled, can mount to the top. Next, we will be connecting all of the cables. Now we will unpack the MNC 360, which is actually the push-to-talk radio that is the mobile unit. This is what connects to all of the push-to-talk devices. So opening the box, we can see that there are two antennas, two Wi-Fi antennas, the radio itself, behind this cardboard is the mount. On this side is the GPS antenna. You will not need the GPS antenna for your particular operation. The way that this is connected is we'll flip over the radio for the back, and you can see that there are connections for three different antennas, right? Here's one connector, here's another connector, and here's the third connector. These two connectors here, which are on the top, are the ones that you will utilize for the antennas, and the bottom one is for the GPS antenna. We will not be connecting that. So that's pretty easy to assemble. Take the antenna. I like to do it when it's straight, and just simply put it on the back and tighten down the screw. And the same way with the other one. It's a pretty simple operation. Should be simple. So make sure that it's good and tight. You don't have to use a wrench. And then fold the antenna forward. So in order to connect the stand to the radio, you're going to put the top in first. So this part here is going to go into the top here. You're going to hold down this key here, which will release it, release the bottom pins, and then it's going to snap into place. So top, it's a little difficult with one hand. Push the button away from you, snaps into place, and now it's secure. When you unpack everything from the box, you are going to see the MNC 360, a power cable for the power supply, the rack that contains the HM782 along with the SEC 1223 power supply. There will also be an antenna along with a magnet mount antenna holder. So we're going to begin by assembling. First, we're going to connect the antenna to the magnet mount. And then we're going to connect the antenna along with the other cables to the back of the radio box. Disconnect the cable on the antenna. There is an adapter on the back of on the end of the cable for the antenna, and it connects here to the upper left. and it pushes in and will twist and lock in place, and that will make it nice and secure. The next step is you're going to take the MNC, and we've already mounted it for you, and we've also applied a piece of Velcro. It's going to mount on the very top of the radio system, and then there are 3 cables that need to be connected. The first one is the power cable, so that's a red and black cable that will connect to the back of the MNC 360 down near the bottom is the power connector. Down near the bottom is the power connector under one of the antennas. You'll twist until it slides in. It'll slide in, and then you're able to twist the top until it locks into place. The next 2 cables are the cable for the microphone and also one for the audio. So turning the system to the side, there is a little port here that you can pull down, and this is where the 3.5 millimeter connector plugs in. It snaps into place. And then on the front, around a little more, on the front where the microphone connection is, this Canon cable will plug in. And you'll have to twist it until it goes in, and then give the outer hull a twist, and it will lock it into place. The last cable that needs to be connected on the back is the power cable, which is just a standard power cable, and it connects down here at the bottom. Once that cable is connected, we can turn this back around to the front. We can turn the power switch on in the front, and it will power up all of the devices. So that's the assembly of the MNC 360 with the power stack and the power adapter. Once the system is fully connected and turned on, we now need to configure the Wi-Fi connection for the MNC 360, which is on the top device. In order to do that, you will start by pressing the red button. So the red button, which will take you out of the Halo app, and then you're going to right click with the circular toggle until you get to settings. Once you're in there, once you are at that point, you'll hit the OK button, which will put you in there. The first choice is WLAN. You'll select that by pressing the OK button, and then you will scroll down to find the LAN that you wish to connect. In this case, it's going to be the Plus Skynet. So we'll scroll down once, we'll hit the OK button, and then it wants us to enter in the password. So the password for this network is relatively long, so I'm using the toggle buttons to move to the letters. So it's H, and then we press OK, and then I, and OK, and a G, and OK, and an H, and OK. The next letter, scroll to the next letter and OK, then to the N, and then to the letter E, and OK. Now, because there's numbers involved, I scroll down to the bottom and over to the left and hit OK, and now I can do my numbers. So 1, then we're here to 0, and 7, and 5, And once I get the password in, I can go down to the Done button in the bottom right hand corner and click OK. And then it will connect and obtain an IP address and ultimately say that it's connected. You can also see up here in the top of the screen that it has the Wi-Fi, universal Wi-Fi symbol, letting us know that we have a strong signal and that we're connected to the Wi-Fi. Once that's completed, you can return by hitting the red button, which takes you out to the general menu. Two to the left will take you to the Halo app, and click OK, and then it will leave you in the standby group for that community. If you have more than one MNC 360, because you have more than one bridge, you'll need to do each bridge individually. Down on the lower unit, which is the HM782, which is the LMR, or the land mobile radio unit, you're going to want to make sure that the channel, or that the group, is set to back-to-back B2B zone. In case it does not say that, because one of the buttons gets pushed or bumped, you just simply hit the P3 key. It'll take it to the test mode and then to the back-to-back. And that's all that there is in configuring these. And this is the final version of the Hytera radio bridge unit. You can notice that there is an antenna to the left side, which connects to the rear, and the MNC 360 is on top, followed by the HM782 and a power supply down below.